He kind of stopped, and I said, is she friendly? Can I give her a treat? And he said, yes. So I reached down, but he didn't grab for my hand, he grabbed for my face. He lunged into my face. And that's when blood was everywhere. It hurt pretty bad, and I thought, I don't have a lip. So I ran in the house. Skin was just hanging down. He literally ripped my skin down. And then one of his canines got stuck up in here around my nose. So I proceeded to clean it up a little bit. And I had some steri strips, and I put those on. I was pretty much in shock, I think.
Mr. Kubart, you describe a completely different situation. Tell me from your perspective what happened that day.
Another woman with a dog was with Miss Hayes, and I was walking by. The friend asked me if my dog was friendly, and I said, he's okay with other animals, but not so much with humans. Mm-hmm. And Miss Hayes asked if she could give him a treat, which she did 2 days prior. So she gave him the treat, and while he was eating it, she got down on all fours.
Can you show me? Show me what she did.
And was right on his face while he's eating a treat. I think she was trying to kiss him, or maybe have him kiss her, and she called.
Oh, Telly's a boy? I'm sorry.
Telly's a male. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's like Telly Savalas.
Ms. Hayes, tell me about your experience with trying to heal. Did you go to the doctor immediately after?
I went to the doctor immediately,
okay.
And he had a laser that he was using on wounds.
What kind of doctor was this? Because I read somewhere that you were going to a chiropractor?
He's a chiropractor, but he has a med spa.
Were you previously seeing him?
No, I called him right away because I knew he had the laser. He wanted to try the laser on pain.
Do you have a primary care physician? Or?
I do.
So you didn't want to go there, you wanted to go to your friend?
I couldn't get in to see her.
So you went to a chiropractor, your friend who has a med spa?
So I called my chiropractor. He used the laser. He said this would heal it faster. I bought 6 treatments. I went home. I told Russ. He said fine. He was going to pay all the medical expenses, which he said the second day when he came over that he'd pay all the medical expenses.
So he came by and checked on you?
He came by the next day.
Okay.
He checked on me, and then he went into how he had just lost his daughter. And by the time he left, I was hugging him because I felt so sorry for him when I found out later it had been 8 years ago. And Russ has a history of being deceitful. He's been indicted for work comp fraud. I'm assuming he lost his company because of it.
Well, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's
because
just his
I honestly
character.
read the exchange between you two. He was pretty concerned. He checked in on you. He agreed to pay for your bills. So nothing about your exchange with him felt anything other than just being honestly concerned for you.
It was in the beginning. And then it got a few days before Christmas, and that's when I told him he had paid me through Venmo the wrong way.
So you had 6 treatments that cost you $240?
Yes, I bought 2 sets of them.
You bought 2 sets.
$480.
So $480, and he paid you $500.
He did. He paid me via Venmo, but he paid me as goods and services, which would have gone against my Medicare, and it would have messed up my benefits. So I called him, and I told him, I do need to refund this Venmo money, and then you'll need to bring me back the $500 in cash because I don't want to mess up my benefits. He said, no problem. And then he called again a few days before Christmas, says, I want all the receipts. Well, I'd been really nice about this whole thing the whole way. I could have done a whole lot more than I did. And I said, you know, Russ, it's just a few days before Christmas.
What's unreasonable about asking for receipts?
I offered him the receipts before he paid me the $500.
Okay.
And he said, no, let's do this all at the end.
Okay, let's look at the contract you two signed. The agreement says here, I, Russ Kubart, agree that the laser treatments and any further scar or neck treatments not covered by insurance will be covered by dog owner. All receipts will be provided to Russ upon request or full healing.
Correct.
So it bothered you in terms of the timing of it all? Was it an inconvenience for you, or?
Well, yes and no. I had some things going on for Christmas. Had people coming in. So to do it a few days before Christmas, it was just like I'd had enough. There's a lot more that transpired outside of this evidence.
Mr. Kubart, what was that discussion about in terms of the Venmo being returned to you and you paying her in cash? Did you have a problem paying her in cash?
Well, first of all, the Venmo payment was back in August, September, and in December, she wanted me to give her cash.
Okay.
And I was willing to return it. I just asked for the receipts because now cash is going away and I have nothing to back it up with. You could read in the text exchange what happened.
Well, tell me.
You know, I let her know that, since I was at work, I could not immediately go over there and give her that $500 cash. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, after work, I'll go to the bank, withdraw the money, just have the receipts for me. Well, the tone changed at that point. Once I mentioned receipts, she's like, let's let the judge decide. I've had it with this. I've been too nice. She was willing to get the $500, but she wasn't willing to provide the receipts.